Hey, welcome everybody to Hear Me Out. I am the host, Felix Black. This is actually my very first episode of Hear Me Out. This is just something that's new to me. An idea that I had one day that I wanted to entertain people, but not necessarily be an actor. You know how much it takes to move out to LA, to move out to California, and not everyone's able to do that. But with this social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, that just makes it so much easier for people who are not necessarily entertainers on the stage or in front of the camera to just get our information out there, to get our opinion out there. We all have opinions, and this is just my version of that. Again, the show is called Hear Me Out. Basically, it's just hear me out. Hear what I have to say. I listen to what everyone has to say, everyone's opinion. I love a good debate. I love information. Love putting it out. I love receiving information. So I'm going to cover a wide range of topics. If you've seen the channel before, if you've heard of Felix Black, mock tactics, things that I do outside of the actual podcast, I'm an avid gamer. I game Xbox 360 like it's no tomorrow. That's one of my hobbies. It's been that way since about 87, 88. Going way back when to the first Nintendo. So gaming will be a topic that I cover extensively. Just the community, how things are affecting me, the direction games are going. Just anything related to gaming. Just because I'm so immersed in that community, in that lifestyle, in that culture, that it affects me in more ways than one. So that'll always leave me with information to talk about. So sports will be another thing. Scandals, celebrity stuff that's going on. Stuff that you read about on Yahoo, on MSN, CBS, just whether it be TV, movies, just whatever, man. Just give me a mic and I can talk. That's what the internet has given me. It's given me a mic. It's given me an audience, hopefully. And it's giving me the ability to just get my information out there. Guest of the show, man, I can't wait till we start getting some guests on the show. That's going to be a really good time. Anybody who wants to be on the show, let me tell you, it'll be unrehearsed. There's no script to go by. It's 100% honest, real, uncensored. All the curse words that you need to say to get your point across, however it is you get your point across. I'm not one to judge that, so I just like for everyone who comes on the show to be 100% honest and what they think, what they feel. Just let me know. I'll definitely leave some way to contact me. You can contact me through the Podbean website itself. Just let me know that you're interested in coming on the show. We'll get you on here, man. It'll be great. Just entertainment value. That's all I'm looking for is entertainment value. So I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday. I'm 30 years old, man. So there's a lot of stuff I have going on outside of gaming that's just work. That's just life issues. You'll hear more than enough about that kind of stuff. Not about necessarily my issues in personally, but just issues in general that may be affecting people. And I think that's another way to just network and get to know people, to just bring everyone together, man. I think that's what we need sometimes, is just someone who understands what's going on, who's been there, who's done that, the same thing. Because a lot of people think the issues that they have or the things that they face, they're the only ones with those issues. And that's not true at all. It's not true at all. So guests, every Wednesday I'm going to try to do this. I may skip some Wednesdays. I may throw something in there, here and there. That's not a Wednesday. There's other podcasts out there that are way more popular than mine. Hopefully I can achieve that status one day. I can only hope. I can only hope. So sometimes I'll have a video. I'm going to start trying to live stream these through either live stream or like Justin TV or something like that, just to have a almost like a question and answer, a chat going at the exact same time that we're recording. That way it makes it more interesting. I mean, you're getting people's ideas like right then and there as they're giving them to you, and you can respond. And I think people like the interaction. If people could interact with their celebrity, I think that's why Twitter blew up so much, because you can interact with your favorite celebrity that you think is handling that Twitter account. So that makes it that much better. And I think just interacting with people who watch the show, who listen, who just have contributed to me and everything that comes towards me in good fortune. I'd love to interact with everyone, man. But, you know, depending on how large a scale you're talking as far as celebrity goes, you're not going to be able to touch everyone. And unfortunately, for every 15, 20 good apples, you have that one bad apple that wants to take it to left field. So that kind of messes us up for everyone. But until that happens, you know, I have nowhere near celebrity status. I'm not trying to achieve celebrity status. Hopefully I just achieve some kind of status as being an interesting person, a person who interacts with those who I'm not saying my success, but that my foundation is built on. You know, that's my foundation is built on people being interested, people being entertained, people giving me the reason to continue doing this. So it's like I said before, it's unrehearsed. This is one take. If I mess up, if I stutter, if I use the wrong word, it's all unrehearsed, man. This is reality. You know, and I think it's almost it's live. Like, I'm doing this one take, one shot. If I mess it up, then I'll just go back over it and redo it. And that's another thing. You're getting my raw emotion. You're getting it firsthand. You're not getting it through any filters. The only filter is the internet, because I can't speak to everyone individually, you know. So that's gonna be the only filter, man. This is how I feel. This is 100% honest. The realest commentator on YouTube has now come to Podbean. You know what I mean? And I'm bringing everything that people know from YouTube over to Podbean and just enhancing it. I changed my commentary style a little bit to make it more me. Before I was trying to be, you know, Marv Albert, you know, John Madden, somebody else. But then I just started just talking, man. Just talk. Be yourself and just talk. That's all I do now. So, but I still have a sort of censorship, because I know the gaming community is the range is so wide as far as ages go. Even though the games are rated for mature, I mean, you have all kinds of people that's playing these games that may be underage, that may be in their 40s, 50s. So you never know exactly who is watching the YouTube videos. But for Podbean parents, I apologize if the topics sometimes get a little controversial, the language gets a little controversial. That's what I'm using this for. Honestly, that's what I'm using the podcast for. It gives everyone the ability to download it if you want to hear what I have to say. Hopefully you do. Hopefully we can have some back and forth about the way you feel, the way you think. It's not to defend what you feel. It's just explain it. You know what I mean? We all have different thoughts. We all think a different way. So just explain it. Get us to understand where you're coming from. And I think if you have the ability to do that and people can understand that, then that's talk radio. And that's what I'm calling this. I'm calling this talk radio. I know it's called a podcast, but no, this is the Hear Me Out show on talk radio. So I went through the who. I'm Felix Black. The what? This is Hear Me Out. Please hear me out. The when every Wednesday, man. I'm trying to. The what? It's a new show. Just me. Giving it to you 100% honest. Only the way I can do that. Now is the why. Why? I have a medium-sized channel on YouTube, right? 1,000 subscribers. I mean, things are going beautiful over there. It's lovely. But I'm trying to be more well-rounded. I noticed with the gaming thing, gaming in general, and YouTube posting, that a lot of people are just starting to do it just to do it. Not because they want to entertain, excuse me, not because they want to help people get better at the game, but because they have a good game and they want to showcase it. Whether they have commentary, whether they just always play games with it. But this theater mode thing has given people the ability to post games that would never have done it before. And the more people do it, the more friends that they have here that they do it, and they want to do it. Now, this isn't everyone, but it's become really, really saturated with a bunch of bullshit. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a bunch of bullshit on YouTube. And the rich just keep getting richer. Why is that? Because the guys who started this, the Machinima directors, those Yoush directors, those guys who started posting to YouTube first, they already got that backing. They already got the fan base. So us new guys coming in, because I've been doing it for over a year, so I'm still new, we're trying to break into that. We're trying to pull from their pool. We're trying to pull from their pool of subscribers to say, hey, check me out too. Now, they have their own inner circle, the big YouTubers do. And they have a loyal following. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the thing about doing something different, the only way you're going to do something different is by being yourself. Everyone's different. Every commentator out there is different. The only difference is, the only thing that you can do is commentate over gameplay. No two people play alike, but they have an inner circle to where they promote each other. Every once in a while, they'll throw you a bone and say, here you go, with a shout out. But the shit is so saturated. So many gameplays, so many opinions that vary from very good to bad to in the middle. Opinions that have one video on a Tuesday saying this game sucks to on Sunday saying this game is great. It's just so much, and it's so hard for a new person coming to YouTube to just search and find you. You're competing with people who have had over 1 million views on their channel. They have 800 videos. They have podcasts. You know what I mean? So they've already branched out. They have backing by sponsors. So when people see that, when you see a page and it's sponsored and they have all of these nice emblems and little hyperlinks and stuff like that, of course you're going to go with that person because they look legit, and they are legit. But I want to do something different. And in addition to posting to YouTube, I want to do the podcast. It gives me another avenue because I think eventually people will get tired of the YouTube thing. I think it'll be so oversaturated. Modern Warfare 3 is going to be one of the most posted games ever. There's so much stuff going on in the world right now, but prior to November 8th, all anyone cared about as far as games go was who had Modern Warfare 3 first. Who could post the first gameplay at 12:01? For what? That's not to help any gamers. That's to help you get views because you want to be the first one to post that video so you can get people coming to your channel, so you can get traffic. That's ridiculous, honestly. And I was so tired of hearing about that. At 12:01, most of us were in line to get the game. The only people that were on YouTube were people who necessarily couldn't get it. And if that's the angle, people would pay extra. People would use their connections just to get a game early. Damn, really? Really? We're not talking about retiring from a job earlier, finishing school early, graduating. You know what I mean? We're talking about getting a game early. And for so many days, that was just like the talk of the town. So I can only imagine how many gameplays are going to come out of that from YouTube. And I don't necessarily want to contribute it. That's why I kind of changed up what I did as far as posting gameplay. I want to post it with a meaning. So I started this because I didn't have an avenue before to just speak. I had to put a gameplay with it then I had to post it to YouTube, which I may post some of these podcasts to YouTube, but that's just more for traffic to this, to listen to the podcast, and just to let people know this is what I do. Will I post all of them? No, of course not. Of course not, because some people want to see videos, and I'm not going to have videos. Like I said, sometimes I may, sometimes I might not. Depending on how long I talk, I probably won't have a video. You'll just see a screen with the link, the Twitter. You know what I mean? So that's the why. Because everyone's doing the YouTube thing. I mean, that shit's getting ridiculous. People that can't even really play the game. People who have no commentary style. People who don't understand what it takes to get through to viewers. People just think, oh, I post a KD of 75-2, so I should get crazy amount of views. Dog, there's so much gameplay like that on YouTube. Some of the quality is fucking people recording their TV. First of all, if you're going to be serious about anything, get the right equipment. Do it full. Don't be half-ass. Use your full ass. That's something that's always been taught to me. But I really feel passionately about that. If you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability. Just don't do it first because someone else is doing it. Do it because you want to do it. You know what I mean? Do it because you saw it and you thought, I could do that and I could do that well. Not just fucking do it to waste time, man. Like, some of us on YouTube are serious. And I know guys who post to YouTube who were serious about that. Not saying that they are serious about getting partnered or getting sponsored or getting whatever. But they're serious. When they put out videos, they worked hard on that video. They thought about it. They've had 5 or 6 takes. You know what I mean? So they might have said something that was like, you know what? No, I don't even want that take. I'm gonna run that back. But I've heard some people's commentaries is just like, man, you just threw on the recorder and just started talking. And half the time you don't even have anything to say. I can't hear you. You sound like you're 20 miles away from your microphone. There's no proof, reading. There's no listening to it before you post. And I'm just tired of on YouTube.
I mean, shit, content. That's the God honest truth. And this is my outlet to just address everything that I have an issue with. And I will continue to do that throughout the week. I will make a list of stuff that I want to talk about. I may post a podcast early, or I just may record it and post it on Wednesday just to have constant stream of stuff. Because I have an opinion about everything. And if something bothers me, people around me know I'll be the first one to speak on it. But that's the why, man. This has been the intro. I'm going on 20 minutes right now, just straight talking. I'm telling you, I could do this. No problem. No problem. I could do this. But yeah, that's the introduction, man. And just stay tuned for number 2. Again, we're not going to go with the immature jokes and, the little kid, stuff like that. We'll keep it adult. It is going to be entertaining, but you know what I mean? We're not going to be doing no high school bullshit. You know what I mean? This is going to be 100% entertainment, listening, make you shake your head like, yeah, or like, nah, what the hell is he talking about? You know what I mean? It's going to elicit a response, not some, oh man, what the hell are they talking about? Like they're giggling like schoolgirls. No, it's not going to be none of that. I'll make sure that as the host. And if at any point it takes a direction to where it goes away from that, please let me know. Please. But this has been Felix Black, man. My first podcast. And I got so much on my brain right now. I could just keep going, but I'm not. I'm going to save it because I don't want to give you everything up front. Again, man, thank you guys for watching, for listening. For listening to the podcast. I appreciate the support. Please tell friends, family, anyone about it. If you want to be on the show, please let me know. It's nothing to record audio. It's nothing. All right? So take it easy, guys.
I'll see you next time.